Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy, and I'm here with Shane. And today we have a really exciting announcement because we just finished writing a book. The name of the book is Sound the Alarm, and it was written, the two of us, along with our publisher, Stephanie, who wrote Burn Back Better. We all collaborated and wrote this book, and it is about the fire in Lahaina on the 8th of August of last year. And it's gonna it's gonna encompass a lot of things. Before we get to that, though, I'm gonna put the name of the website down below, and that is our book order page. It will be available on Amazon as well, but we would prefer you to use our site because Amazon takes a pretty significant commission off those sales. And a portion of that will be going towards the Maui community investigation, which are a group in Maui that are doing, a real investigation down there. So, with that, let me explain a little bit about what this book is about. So, it's going to be about the fire in Lahaina and the, I guess, the oddities that happened on that day and the time after. So, we're going to be going into why there is very little rebuilding in Lahaina, and it's almost been a year, and the weather anomalies that we saw before the fire and during. And Shane did a really great job explaining weather manipulation and also the advanced technology that was used to start the fire and orchestrate the fire to do what it did. Also, the bizarre burn patterns and the blue items that were left over in the aftermath. Just those weird things that are kind of hard to believe, but we're going to do what we do is we go into detail to explain how those things happened. And then the second part, we're going to be going into the government or political aspect of this event and talk about the legislation that was put in place to try to acquire the land by the state. Also, we're going to go into detail about disaster capitalism and how that was applied to this event. And I also go into the Maui police chief, the strong movement, the origins of the strong movement, the man who inspired the strong movement. And also, something that will be new is the psychology of the victims in Maui. And we're going to try to explain in detail why this thing, I guess, this support that has been this outpouring of support for the officials who are responsible for the disaster, how they're being supported by some of these seemingly grassroots movements. So we're going to explain how that happens. And then the last part is going to be action items, like what you can do about this globalist agenda and how you can do something to prevent the destruction of our towns, the death and destruction that has been placed upon us, not just in the US, but around the world. And we're going to give an example of how a city defeated the development of their smart city. So I'm going to have Shane go into a little bit about what he did and just have him share a little bit about some of the things that he went into.
All right. Thanks, Tracy. So I did go into some history I go into some detail about the weather anomalies, and I give some history about weather warfare, including the father of weaponized weather. And then I go into some of the weather anomalies that we've seen, not only in Lahaina, but in other disasters that have occurred since then, as well as the unusual fire behavior that we've seen in Lahaina and elsewhere. And I go into the history of directed energy weapons and the directed energy that might be responsible for the fire behavior that we've seen in Lahaina and the other fires around the world. I also had a lot of fun writing the chapter about the smart city that was defeated in Costa Rica, Perez Zeledon, and they defeated their smart city there. And we go into a little bit of detail about what they did and what people can do elsewhere when they discover that there's plans for a smart city near them. Sometimes it's called a transit-oriented development corridor or a community corridor or a commercial corridor, but quite often you're going to find that it aligns with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. And a lot of these plans are even called the 2030 General Plans. All right.
And
So,
then I want to mention it's not a rehash of Burn Back Better. Burn Back Better was written in October, so that was only 2 months after the fire. So ours is based on about 9 or 10 months of investigation. So we were able to get a lot more information, do a lot more research. There's 250 sources. And so if you did get Burn Back Better, you're not going to be disappointed because it's not like a repeat of that. And it comes in paperback, ebook, and Amazon's going to offer an audio book, I'm pretty sure. And I'll put the site down below. So we would really love it if you guys, got the book, read it, and share with us, your thoughts and your feedback on what you guys think. But we've been working really hard on it for about 3 or 4 months. That's why the channel's been kind of slow. But we wanted to make sure we did as good of a job as we could. So we did take a little bit longer than what was planned. But yeah, we're really excited to be able to announce this finally. And yeah, that's it. So we will send the books out on the 8th, which is the 1-year anniversary, possibly sooner, but definitely by the 8th. So you can pre-order now. And I guess that's going to do it. So thank you guys for listening. And thank you guys for the support. 10 months ago, I could never have thought I would still be talking about this on YouTube. I never could have imagined I would write a book about it. And so the reason I was able to do these things is because you guys have been just so supportive, and you guys are the whole reason that I'm able to do this still. So thank you guys. I know a lot of you have been following the story since I started reporting on it. And I know a lot of you guys are a little bit newer, but either way, thank you guys sincerely from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to do this very, I guess, meaningful work, meaningful to us at least. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.